Canadian bacon. That's not what. Oh, we're live. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to EIF Wrestlemania 9. And of course, we're past the midway point of today's show. 6 hours down, 6 more to go. It has been a long, grueling day. What I'm more surprised about is we have a decent amount of you guys still here right now, and that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. I want to remind everybody that we already did a little bit of shout-outs earlier. We're going to do a couple more shout-outs later on in the stream, but let's do back-to-back title matches for the first time tonight. So, surprisingly enough, 2 out of 2 titles have been successfully defended, and we have never had a title defense success rate of over 50% at any of our 8 WrestleManias beforehand. So, that's something you want to keep an eye on. And coming up next, we're going to see if that will already be beaten before either of our 2 main events take place, as Aaron is set to defend his United States Championship against Tyron and Neil. Now keep in mind, this is a rematch of a triple threat we saw originally where Aaron won, but this time the stipulation and the stakes are much bigger because not only is it for the U.S. title, but it's now at WrestleMania, and it is now a 30-minute scramble match. So just to define what that means for everybody here, it's really simple. If you guys were watching earlier and you saw the 15-minute breakaway limit, then the rules are pretty darn similar, except it's not going to be in a cage. It's going to be taking place under normal triple threat rules. And for 30 minutes, these guys are going to have to fight. They can do whatever they want in that time other than win the match via pinfall or submission, which, in fact, this match will not end by a pinfall or submission. This match will end by finishers. And what I mean by that is the last finisher that will hit in this 30-minute time frame will be determined the winner. So, in an example which I used earlier today, but for those that weren't here, I'll re-explain. If Tyron Hunt hits the skull-crushing finale with 5 seconds to go, and the match hits 0, and nobody has hit any finishers after that 5-second period, or during that 5-second period, then Tyron is considered the new United States champion. Even if that was the only finisher Tyron hit, and say Aaron hit 30 finishers in the entire match, Tyron would still win as long as his one and only finisher that he hit was the last finisher hit in the match. The finisher must also complete. So, another example is if Tyron hit that skull-crushing finale with 5 seconds to go, and then he hit that on Neil, who's Xavier Woods, and let's say that Aaron walked over to Tyron and went to hit the Salida del Sol on Tyron. If the timer hits 0 and Aaron has not completed that move, say he's even in midair about to flip over and finish that Salida del Sol, then that move does not count, and Tyron is still considered the victor. So it must be the last finisher to hit and the last finisher to complete in the 30-minute time limit. I will be keeping track of everything within the 30-minute time frame, and for those that want an update on the time, the superstars in the match are allowed to ask throughout the show and throughout the match how much time is left. And of course, if you feel like I haven't said the time in a while, you can feel free to mention it on the chat. I will try to keep that within my eyesight so that I can go ahead and tell you guys the time, but I try to do my best anyway to do it periodically without being asked. So with that mouthful, I'll hand it over and we'll send it down to ringside for entrances.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
And now, the following contest is a 30-minute scramble match for the EIF United States Championship. Introducing the first of 2 challengers from Houston, Texas, representing The Miz. This is Tyron Hunt. Tyron Hunt has been to multiple WrestleManias, and he has been in multiple WrestleMania title matches. Last year, Tyron Hunt was involved in a Money in the Bank ladder match in which he came up short. The year before, he was involved in the X Division title match. Overall, this is Tyron's 4th WrestleMania appearance, and he is hoping that for his sake, it will be his first successful WrestleMania appearance. Tyron does not own a win at WrestleMania. Neither does Aaron or Neil, who's making his WrestleMania debut. And speaking of the devil being Neil, we're getting ready for him now. Introducing next, the final challenger, representing Xavier Woods. He is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Neil. Now, Neil has really had a strong career over the last year or so. He wasn't originally here in the very beginning of 2K16, but he was ending 2K15 as an EIF United States champion. He came back, got the title back around his waist, and then in a triple threat match, he ended up losing that belt. Pretty angry about it. He was a little mad at me that I gave him a triple threat defense right before Mania, but it happened, and now the new champion will be asked to perform the same feat. So Neil can't use any excuses, can't say that anybody isn't afforded an unfair luxury. Everybody has the same chance, and now we await the champion. Introducing last, their opponent from Columbus, Ohio, representing Kalisto. He is the current reigning and defending EIF United States champion, Aaron Phantom. I was a little worried about how short that entrance might have been when I saw him in the ring. I really did end up cutting it close. So anyway, we are going to yet again take a quick timeout. I'm going to switch over streams, and I will be watching, again, triple threat scramble match. And you saw on the screen the prize, the United States Championship, our final mid-card title match of the night here at WrestleMania. Champions are 2 for 2. Can Aaron make it perfect? Trio. We're about to find out.